everyone, welcome back to The Dish. It's time to highlight our Community Connection champion. This next man has committed in the past 9 years to serving children within our community through something called Tee It Up for Kids. Joining me on set is Michael Frazier. How you doing?
I answer to both. I'm excellent, thank you.
Good. He's also the CEO, owner of Peak Talent Capital Solutions, as well as the author of these 2 books right here. So you stay pretty busy, sir, I would say.
A little bit, yeah. It's great.
So let's talk about Tee It Up for Kids. You've been doing something special for the past 9 years. This is something that you decided you wanted to put together to help support lots of local organizations, actually.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, it all started with me believing that there had to be more we could do in advance instead of just being reactionary to children's problems. And children do become adults, and being a little bit more proactive.
Right.
So a lot of that is attitudinal. Then we started moving more towards helping those, of course, abused children, and that's why we partnered with Child Enrichment this year, which is a fantastic partnership. It's absolutely wonderful. It serves everything, and it just dovetails in really nicely with what we're trying to achieve.
Absolutely, and I know that this is more of a personal thing for you, helping children with what you went through as a child, and so I'm just so thankful that you're willing to be vulnerable and open that up, that story, and share it so that hopefully you can help save children.
I know that without, not meaning to interrupt, but I know that without my experience, I don't believe that I would have had the same level of respect or the same angle coming in at a lot of the issues. And when I see these young adults come to me in my business, a lot of these are issues that are unnecessarily, left over from, possibly a bad childhood or what they've been experiencing, especially nowadays in the day of social media, to where bullying and ostracism continues on way after. When I was younger, you could go home and escape the bullying. Now you can't.
Absolutely
a little different now.
It is absolutely different, and so those hurts, if they're not healed, and if you're not if you don't go through that process of healing, then it's going to continue on into your adulthood, and you're going to see it in other relationships and things like that. And so, thank you so much for supporting an organization like Child Enrichment. I know that they really appreciate that. $75,000 over the past 9 years, approximately that you've donated, just because you have a passion and you went ahead and did something with it.
That's right. Someone had to do it. It might as well be me, right?
That's right.
So I believe it is tied in greatly. If you take from the community, if you're in business and you take and are part of a community, you must give back.
Right.
And the great thing about that is that's a corporate purpose for us as well. So it's actually part of our dynamic. And when you have that corporate purpose and you can build around something like children and our future leaders and workforce, everyone comes to work with a little different gleam in their eye.
Is that kind of what you wrote about in your books?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Went from 2 directions there. Yeah, one was more along the lines of the bullying and ostracism with young children that they're experiencing, about being different now and how that's kind of frowned on, it seems to be, at some levels, and these kids need to see that different is not bad.
No.
And so that's where Moxie the Purple Squirrel came from, and mine's Mindfulness Mindset Moxie Mojo was more or less me watching over 3 decades of doing my type of work in workforce dynamics, of watching people unnecessarily fail. And when I say unnecessarily, I mean unnecessarily. There are just tiny little tweaks you can do, but no one's quite telling people how to do that. They're having them more focus on other things that might not be as important.
Where can people get this book, or both of these books?
Both of these are on Amazon.
There you go.
Both of these also are given out free through my office to all of the folks that come through. We try to support as much of the family dynamic as possible.
Well, that's awesome, Mike. Thank you so much. Guys, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Mike is going to be sharing a little message of hope. We'll be right back.